Yeah, I'm definitely just happy to be here and happy that it's done because I feel like now just the team um, can just continue to elevate their game just because we don't have really this to worry about no more. So I'm excited to see where we're going to head now. But overall, I'm just excited that I got to do it in front of my people. And thankfully, they didn't have to spend no money this time. But yeah, I'm just happy to be here. It hasn't quite sunk in yet.
Start with Ryan. You hear me?
You cut out a bit, Patrick. Okay, sorry. Jocelyn, congratulations.
Thank you.
I want to ask you about a couple of moments tonight. First of all, what was it like rounding the bases? And do you know about how fast you went around the bases? And then second of all, oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. As far as rounding the bases, I didn't quite hear everyone in the moment because just kind of everything just kind of went quiet whenever I did. But I finally got to listen back to it on video and it was just an explosion. And just rounding the bases, I look up and I see a whole bunch of family that's been there since day one. But I don't know how fast I rounded the bases. Was it fast?
It looked fairly fast on the video, I thought.
Dang it.
But I also wanted to ask you about the moment, I assume, after the game, and you, if you can fill in some details on when and where it happened, that'd be fantastic. But after the game, when you see your dad, and what was that like, and what does he mean to you, especially in the context of this?
Yeah, I actually couldn't even find my dad initially because he was trying to round everyone up to come down to the field. And I was like, Mom, where is Dad? And then he finally came and we got to hug and he was just telling me how proud he was of me. And yeah, that's my best friend. So, I mean, there's not much more to say. It's my bestie and he's been with me since day one and he believed in me before I even believed in myself. But he has, I remember distinctively whenever I was like probably 10 or so, I think we were watching Arizona play and someone hit a home run and he was like, you can be the home run champ one day. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then yeah, just everything's come full circle now. So it's my guy and he's been with me since day one. So
Great stuff, Jocelyn. Congratulations again.
thank you.
We'll go to Eric Bailey.
Jocelyn, like Ryan said, congratulations. It's so cool.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, has Lauren reached out to you at all? Have you got a text or a phone call or anything from Lauren yet?
Not yet, but I figured in Oklahoma it's pretty late right now, so it's probably like 3 a.m. or so. I bet you guys are all tired. But no, she hasn't yet.
Okay.
I'm assuming she'll reach out to me tomorrow.
And I wanted to ask you too, you mentioned a couple of weeks ago how you really watched Barry Bonds and really liked him as a player. What was it like getting almost basically the Barry Bonds treatment with the intentional walks and pitchers throwing around you? Was it getting frustrating at all? Were you just being patient and waiting for your pitch? What was that process like?
At times it definitely did get frustrating, just because I'm like I just want to go out there and compete. And I just felt like my competitiveness had gotten like stripped of me in a sense. But I mean, at the end of the day, like I just kind of stuck to my process and just stuck to what I do best. And that's just not trying to get caught up in so much things and just trying to hit the ball hard, quite honestly. And thankfully that one went out. But Barry Bonds, if you see this, I would love to take BP with you one day.
Congratulations. Enjoy the rest of your trip home, okay?
Go to John Hoover.
Hi, Jocelyn. Congratulations. Exciting moment, I'm sure. Can you maybe to break this record in Hawaii, can you describe the moment? I mean, you've got it right there on your head. Can you describe the moment when the opposing coach came over and laid that on your head? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I just want to say shout out to the pitcher. I don't know her name, but she and the rest of the UH Wahine team for just coming out and competing. And like that's all a team and myself can ask for, is that you just compete, you know what I mean? And they came out here and they bowed up to us, and I mean, just shout out to her for competing. But yeah, Bob Coolin, nice guy, and the way it got to be at home and laid me after it happened, just 100% class act. But yeah, just super happy that I get to be home and that I got to do it in front of my people.
You wouldn't have gotten to do it in front of your people if those other teams had pitched to you. Do you find that ironic? Like you got this opportunity to do it in Hawaii because all those other schools and teams didn't pitch to you?
I mean, I guess, but
Like things happen for
I
a
mean,
reason kind of
it's
deal?
cool. It's cool. Don't get me wrong that it happened at home, but like a competitor just wants to compete, and that's all anyone would want to do. You know what I mean? So, I mean, yes, ironically, happy that it happened here, but I feel like now things are just going to go back to normal. But yeah, I just wanted to compete. That's all.
Thank you,
Hitters
Jocelyn.
just want to hit.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll go to Joey Hunter.
Hi, Jocelyn. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I just want to ask you about the moment when you're coming into home plate. What is that like with your teammates? And then kind of intertwined with that, what has this trip meant to you to kind of show your teammates Hawaii and your upbringing, kind of where you're from?
Yeah, to answer the first question, it's nothing sweeter than to be just absolutely mobbed by your teammates, because in a sense, they've been with me through this whole journey and stuff like that. And they've been with me every step of the way. They help me compete and they keep me sane and they have my back whenever teams do pitch around me. So I'm just happy that it's over for them and that we can all just continue to elevate our game and just continue to get better. And now we kind of all have this weight lifted off of our shoulders. And second question was what was that? Sorry.
Just what it's meant to you to show your teammates and kind of experience being in Hawaii with them, where you're from.
Yeah, it's super awesome just to have them here. And like we're driving down in our bus and we're passing things and I'm like, this is this and that is that. And it's just cool to just kind of show them my home and how we do things here and how laid back it is and stuff like that. And it's just I've been having a lot of people try tons of different foods. So they've definitely enjoyed this, and I'm just happy that they get to see like where I grew up and like what softball is like here and stuff like that. So it's awesome having them here.
Good, James Hale.
Jocelyn, congratulations. This is a cool thing. I always like to try to find out, especially with a great hitter, to talk about the at-bat. What did she throw you? What were you, can you talk about the at-bat? Is there anything that you were feeling about it as you got into the batter's box and took the swing?
Going into my at-bat, I felt pretty good and I knew what I wanted for the most part. I remember she threw, I think the count was 2-0, and I was looking for something hard and got it over the plate. And I knew my adjustments that I had to make previously for my previous at-bats. So just went in, made the adjustments, and just so happened to go over.
Yeah, you hit it to right center. And, you got power everywhere, so it doesn't really matter. This is really a cool title, the home run queen. nationally. I mean, you got people retweeting this nationally and things like that. You talked about that you and your dad had always dreamed, he dreamed about you being, the home run champ someday. Has it hit you yet that you're really the home run queen? Has it hit you that you're the best home run hitter in softball history?
No, it hasn't yet. But what has hit me is that it's just another bookmark in history for just women's sports in general. This is a win for all of us. And I just feel like people now are going to start having to pay attention because look at the things we can do. You know what I mean? So that's definitely hit me. And yeah, it's just a win for softball and a win for women's sports. So go girls.
Hey, congrats. It's going to be interesting to see how far you and this team can take this. So yeah, congrats, keep going, and we'll see you when you get back home.
Thank you.
Good, Joe Bednar.
Hey, Jocelyn, congrats.
Yeah.
Patty mentioned that she promised you when you committed to OU that she was going to take the team on a trip to Hawaii. Was that a personal demand of yours, or how did that promise come about?
Not a personal demand, but I was like, hey, maybe we should go to Hawaii. But I know Coach Gasso, and I know how important family is to her and just being in this program and stuff. So she likes to take each of the girls kind of to where they're from. So lots of the Cali girls obviously get to see a lot of their family in Palm Springs and Fullerton if we ever do go. Obviously, we're in Houston a lot. So for some of the Houston girls, the Okie girls have it easy. They're home all the time. But yeah, she likes to go where family is. And yeah, so she I inched it towards her, but she knew she was going to come here.
Well, I was going to ask, as she mentioned that she tried to schedule the 2020 season, and then I think it fell through. Were you worried at all that it might not get to happen? You might not get to play college softball in front of your family in your home state?
Not really, because my family kind of travels everywhere. So, but it is sweeter that I did get to do it here and do it in front of my people. But I never was really like, oh man, I don't get to go home, just because you just play softball wherever you are in the world and people are going to be watching somehow. So.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll go last one to Jason.
Hey, Jocelyn, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, kind of a two-parter here for you. I kind of want to know what was running through your head when you walked into the box, and then finally when the pitch was, kind of tossed to you. What was going through your head? Did you know that you're going to kind of hit it over center field, or what was that moment like?
Walking into the box, I was just kind of staying normal and staying within my routine. Not trying to do anything different. And when the ball was hit, I knew it was out, but I wasn't really thinking much about trying to hit a home run, more so just trying to hit the ball hard. And I feel like that's just what sets us Sooners apart from everyone else, is just we don't focus on trying to hit home runs. We more so just focus on the process of things and just trying to hit the ball hard and put the ball on a bat. So I was just trying to hit the ball hard, honestly.
Awesome. Second part for you, obviously, coming to Hawaii has been pretty important for you and Patty. You made an appearance at your former high school for a promotional event. I don't remember what it was, but kind of alongside the importance of playing in your home state in your final year, how important is it for you, but also, how does it feel just to be kind of a role model for, young high school girls or young aspiring softball players in your home state breaking the record?
Yeah, it was actually my elementary school, but it's been a role that I've kind of learned to take on as I've grown up, and definitely as a freshman till now. I think back and I was like, there's no way freshman Jocelyn could have taken on like a role model type thing versus like me now. I just feel like I'm such a different player than I was then. And it's huge, you know, just to inspire the girls. And I feel like this is just gonna have the Hawaii girls just continue to elevate their game. And now we're known on a national sense, and lots of other Hawaii athletes have done it before me. Misha Sadaraka, Kama Dung, lots of other big names. So just continuing to put on for Hawaii kids, and definitely excited for the next one who's going to break it. So yeah, I keep telling the girls that if you work hard, maybe you'll break my record.
Awesome. Thank you, Jocelyn. You have a great
Thank
rest
you.
of the night.
Thanks, Jossie. Thanks, everybody back home for staying.
Thanks, Jocelyn. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Jocelyn. Thanks, Patrick.